Imagine it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and your orange cat is squatting by your bed, staring at you intently. You might think it just wants some canned food. But what if it swells to 150 kilograms, with a pair of thick canine teeth like short swords sticking out of its mouth? What's more, the space between those teeth fits perfectly into your eye sockets. This is no late-night horror story. For a long time, paleoanthropologists and science bloggers have been selling a terrifying tale to the world. A terrifying tale. On the African grasslands, millions of years ago, there was a top predator called Dinofelis. It was the personal grim reaper of our ancestors, lurking late at night, and using those custom-made teeth to crack open the skulls of Australopithecus, like opening a can. For a long time, this predator evolution theory made us think humans became smart purely because they were scared by this big cat. But the latest scientific research in 2025 tells us, buddy, we might be a little overthinking. Go back to East Africa 3 million years ago. The Earth hadn't entered the Ice Age yet, and the African continent was more like a giant zootopia. The environmental rules back then were cruel and stable. If you wanted to live, you either ran faster than the wind or were built like a tank. This was the law of survival on the African savanna 3 million years ago. Our ancestors, the short Australopithecus, wandered clumsily on the ground, looking like walking bucket meals on the grassland. And Dinofelis was the rule maker of that era. It had a unique look, as agile as a leopard, but with forelimbs as sturdy as a lion's. It could play Assassin's Creed in the forest and ambush in bushes. This all-round warrior image let it rule for millions of years in the fossil record. But the turning point came in 2025. Scientists stopped staring only at those scary skeletons and decided to check Dinofelis' dietary records. Researchers used state-of-the-art stable isotope analysis of tooth enamel to deeply scan Dinofelis teeth from multiple fossil sites. This is like prehistoric takeout order records. Whatever you ate in life leaves an indelible chemical mark on your teeth. The result shocked everyone. At the top of Dinofelis' main food orders were actually antelopes and other medium to large herbivores. As for our ancestors, they only appeared in the occasional extra meal options. As early as 2001, scholars suspected Dinofelis was no human harvester at all. Just an extremely realistic, opportunistic predator. In plain words, it ate whatever it came across and was never picky as long as it could catch it. So what about that famous eye socket piercing theory? You might have seen diagrams like this. The spacing of Dinofelis' canines matches the width of ancient apes' eye sockets perfectly. This sounds like a precisely designed murder loop, doesn't it? But the latest functional morphology research directly debunks this dramatic illusion. Dinofelis' teeth are short and thick, with a cross-section like a chisel, not a thin sewing needle. This structure does have amazing piercing power, but its real use is not elegantly stabbing eyes, but violent demolition. Imagine Dinofelis pouncing from the side and back, locking its prey's throat with tank-like forelimbs. Then it uses those chisel-like canines to bite through the prey's cervical spine in an instant. This is the most effortless and reliable killing method. As for the skull holes seen in fossils, most are post-meal cleanup, left by Dinofelis to eat the nutrient-rich brain tissue after the prey died. It's not the fatal first strike at all. After all, as a top hunter who would give up big chunks of hind leg meat and risk breaking its teeth just to poke into eye sockets. Although Dinofelis was not a specialized killer, it did give our ancestors a survival pressure lesson that lasted millions of years. Many people like to say, human intelligence evolved because of fear. This sounds exciting, but it's a bit one-sided. If fear alone could make you smart, zebras would be able to build rockets by now. The truth is, the existence of Dinofelis was more like a high-pressure, competitive entrepreneurial environment. Facing such an ambush expert, being alone meant death, forcing our ancestors to learn closer social cooperation. At the same time, to survive on the open plains where forests had disappeared, they had to develop multitasking abilities. During Dinofelis' active period, stone tool technology advanced by leaps and bounds, and brain capacity expanded wildly like a cheat code. Dinofelis was just a major question on the exam paper, not the only examiner. About 1.2 million years ago, this former Dark Knight overlord was completely deleted from the Earth. The reason for its extinction sounds a bit like an industry giant that missed the trend. As Africa's climate became drier, dense forests turned into open grasslands, and Dinofelis' best stealth backstab tactic lost its cover. At the same time, our ancestors were no longer the walking bucket meals they once were. They began to run in groups on the plains, waving stone tools, and even trying to initially touch the mysterious power of fire. Although we couldn't barbecue as skillfully as 50,000 years ago back then, even if we only controlled a little fire occasionally, it was enough to send a deep chill to those predators that relied on darkness. Under the double blow of habitat loss and human rise, Dinofelis finally exited the stage of history. From demon killer to working big cat, the reversal of Dinofelis' story tells us the charm of science is that it constantly strips away our prejudices. We once set ourselves as the top target of the prehistoric world out of arrogance, out of fear. We imagine nature as a conspiracy against humans. But the truth is, we and Dinofelis shared the same cruel and wonderful world, and in mutual competition, life found its most magnificent way out. Next time you see your cat squinting at home, don't worry it's not calculating the spacing of your eye sockets. It might just be glad. In this era, it's great to eat canned food without biting your cervical spine.